Hi guys, welcome to a talk with Takion Product Architect. I think the last session we were discussing about product specifications, and here in this session we'll be discussing briefly on concept development. And first I'll be discussing, I'll be just sharing the stages available in the literature for concept development. And I think as compared to when I gone through the previous session, I got one thing. I think it is conveniently better to explain from my experience rather than explaining from literature. So maybe like today I'll be preferring my experience. I mean I'll be explaining concept development like using some examples. So that will be convenient, I think. Okay, let me first explain concept development based on literature. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, I think the screen is visible. Here we have 5 stages for concept development. First one is clarify the problem. Then search externally, search internally, explore systematically, reflect on the solution and the process. Clarify the problem means we have already established the target specifications. Then we'll be checking how that specifications can be converted into a useful product. That will be checking at this stage. Then we'll be searching for the maybe like similar product externally and internally. Maybe like we may be doing some benchmarking and we may be comparing things using external sources and internal sources. Then we'll be categorizing those. We'll be classifying those. Those concepts. And finally, we'll be reflecting on the solution and the process. This literature is saying like this, but I think for convenience, I prefer to go. Explain using an example. I think that will be convenient. Here I won't be explaining much, but still that will be relatively easy to understand. Okay. Basically, concept development is about reducing cost, reducing resources. So, if you are going directly into production or maybe like to product development, then we may be developing one product and we'll be manufacturing that one. And maybe the product will not be meeting the specifications. Then it will be costing so much time and cost. Then other resources as well. Maybe like time of employees, other resources, maybe some tool usage kind of things. So for avoiding that, we are going for concept development. Here, like we'll be making a basic prototype, alpha prototype, then we'll be going for beta prototype, and that prototype will be tested and it will be validated. Then we'll be going for production. So concept development is basically about, I mean, uh, for avoiding unnecessary resource wastage. Here, okay, let me take one example. Okay, we may be like developing a new car. For that, like we may be first we'll be dividing that car into modules, and maybe not car, maybe the outside of that car, maybe aesthetic side. So for that, like we'll be developing a prototype. Prototype can be a model or maybe a miniature, maybe in miniature size, or maybe the actual size, 1:1 size. If it is a model, then we'll be first developing that concept using some CAD softwares, maybe some SolidWorks or Pro-E, or it can be anything. And then that will be like the 3D model will be prepared. Maybe we can use maybe pen and paper also. Then after that, the CAD model is developed. Then we'll be going for some rapid prototyping, maybe using 3D printers, CNC, or it can be anything, then that will be tested. Maybe tested in the sense if we are developing for aerodynamics, then we'll be keeping that model inside a wind tunnel, and we'll be checking the quality of surface. Then aesthetics will be compared by sharing the photos, and we'll be taking some surveys or kind of things. Then we'll be going for production. So before that, we have to ensure that the concept is good, or maybe like we'll be preparing concept one, concept two, like that. Maybe like we'll be preparing a few concepts. Then we'll be like introducing those concepts to maybe stakeholders or customers. Then we'll be taking feedback, and based on that, we'll be deciding on concept, and we'll be going for production. So this is basically concept development is about. And for that, like you can use any kind of tools. Maybe like in industry, a lot of tools are already available based on the type of product. Tools will vary. And if it is a tangible product, we usually go for 3D models. 3D modeling tools we use. Okay, this is all about concept development. And maybe like I think the previous like I already took 3 sessions, right? If you have any questions or something, if you need any clarification, or if you need any explanation on maybe like any topic, you can mention on the comments. And this is all about concept development. Basically, it is relatively simple. And if any issue is there, you may like mention in the comments, then I'll be replying to that. Thank you.